Iwo yiwe kene kwa mono ibonde manje mono na nibashi no Kenya na rano no ewu amono bele. Mana there is this, I don't know how we have lost it. Amorom ebai to follow our light. We go growing up when I found out that now there's what we call moral upbringing, moral to the society, moral to things that has to do with the things that matters, morals and integrity. In the sense that now, I don't know what happened, the way we lost it. We lost something along the way. We lost something in trying to catch up with something that we are not sure of. This man Efoleba biakuoku na video. Kuoku. Man, a lot of people that earlier. One of the problems that our people name is that now, like the kind of encounter we go see some video this channel. A lot of people are saying, hey, why you kura maka microphone? Why you kura maka yang? Why you kura maka nka? Ine maka AI, ine maka church, ine maka politics, ine maka. Sometimes I will take my other phone and say, okay, can matter go where the anger is coming from. I will go and check their YouTube. That thing I hold your comment tomorrow night one video post. Subscribe, go to YouTube short, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 10 seconds, 1 minute video you post about that thing I check on was supposed to. You post to that thing, you are worse than somebody now for that kind of video not a share. Because all you do is to go to platform now only you post to something that will satisfy and massage your ego. Just why most times I commented that in the comment section, back to back. This is not a place to come and catch a joke. I don't joke here. I am serious and intentional about what I bring here. I am not your regular blogger that have been, going to say what they want them to see and to share to the groups. I dish out things to you. First class, red-handed, unbiased and unfiltered truth. Because Oscar knows some mad 100 in that video. They made 170 I am okay. I am okay. I'm going to make a video once certain dinner I am a verified trained video editor, video campaign. Imago case be careful with me, oh. Be careful with me. I am not here to chase clout. Neither am I here to post. I know how clickbait works. And I know how Nigerians think. Many Nigerians think that is why a very dark managing the brain sometimes. I know how most of you think. So if I want to do campaign and if I want to, I know what to do, man. I don't want to do it because that is not my lifestyle. I want to be the member. I wouldn't have been here today. This is our 3 years. I made this type of thing. This is 3 good solid years. I am here. We have stood the test of time. So because unna bale mother, the name of this video kono for whether ni hen waka akulu or what to the insult and enya this video. Na nekenenia called one.
We are in a state that has lost its moral compass, and we cannot run away or shy away from saying that truth. We have lost our moral compass. And why do I say so? When bandits kidnap children and the state rewards them with amnesty, what do you think we have? We have lost whatever morality we have. When soldiers are killed in ambushes and in organized skirmishes by bandit terrorists, whatever name you call them. And the killers are rewarded with integration. What do you think that is? It is a state that has lost its morality. Because every state is built on a foundation of morality, which is justice and equity. In other words, if you commit a crime, you pay the price for that crime. And so, where does that bring us to? It brings us to a point where a nation that rewards terror will one day find that terror will take over power in that state. Because you're not punishing terror, rather you're rewarding them. And when you pay a kidnapper, all that you have done is that you have sown the seed for the next kidnap, because he will continue to do what he's doing. And so, what are our recommendations for what you need to do as a nation? And I say this advisedly, because in 2015, in the inception of this APC government, I was the minority leader in the Senate, which meant that I was officially the person in opposition. And I continued to shout and cry. And I said then that rather than confront the evil before it, the government preferred to deal in propaganda. And I made a quotation that those who live by propaganda will also die by propaganda. And that is where we are today. 10 years after, rather than abating, the matter has simply worsened. And worsened to the extent that a foreign power is now trying to set us, to tell us this is your moral compass where you should be. That somebody is coming from America to tell us what to do. It's a shame on Nigeria. Why? Nigeria was a particular country in this our, what the pidgin English people will say, before our very, very eyes. We went and imposed order in Liberia. We imposed order in Sierra Leone. We imposed order in the Congo. We went all over Africa imposing order. And the Nigerian military was the best rated military on this African region. And today, we are now told that our soldiers run away from ragtag people who are within our country. That is nothing but shameful. That's why I say that the country has lost its moral compass. And we need to regain ourselves. And how do you regain yourself? You do not reward those. Let me repeat. You do not reward those who live on ransom and blood. Because when you reward them, it only emboldens them to do more. I think there was a particular general, I think from Syria also. I read a quotation from him that when he said that his job is not to forgive, that his job is to send the terrorist to God. Let God forgive the person when he has sent him there. That is what we ought to do in Nigeria. A terrorist and a criminal ought to be sent to go and look for solace somewhere else, not within our polity. Finally, we need to note this. A government that chooses appeasement over justice, a government that chooses appeasement over justice simply signs the death warrant of its citizens. Because what happens is that that person that you are appeasing will see you as weak and will continue to perpetuate more evil so that you will be appeasing them, and there comes the time when there will be no more opportunity to appease them. And so, to go forward, I would like, as I see all the array of people who are going to speak today, to leave the details of all the things we are going to discuss to both the keynote speaker and the other. But I will leave you, before I quit this stage, with two things, two key points. One, we are back in 2013. There's no doubt about it. What happened in 2013 is what is now going to happen in 2020, 26 and 27. And so, one of the biggest challenges of a political consensus, because we are going to discuss conflict and consensus, one of the biggest challenges is the clash of egos among politicians. And you know why? When somebody says, it's my way or the highway, there is no way you can come together. So what we are doing at the moment, or what we can propound at the moment, is that at that moment in 2013, what happened within the opposition succeeded because they converged behind one person and buried all the other egos so that there can be a consensus on the way forward. And for those who are trying to come together today, they need to be very mindful of the lessons of history, of what happened in 2013. Secondly, before I close, 2013 led to the defeat of an incumbent government in 2015. But what now happened? The essence of why people venture into politics should be to selflessly serve people and the country.